Welcome to Vietnam, a land of endless rice fields, a place that holds deep spiritual roots and serves as a meeting point between memory and the future. While much of the world still lies in slumber, this land gently stirs awake. As the clock strikes 5 a.m., the breath of a new day spreads, awakening a bustling and vibrant morning. Vietnam, where time seems to flow to its own rhythm, and contrasts that might appear opposing blend together into something magical. As dawn breaks, elderly people leisurely practice Tai Chi in tree-shaded parks, while night markets fade away like mist, making way for open-air cafes where the aroma of coffee mingles with the warm morning sunlight. And when it comes to coffee, few know that this land holds an impressive secret. Vietnam is the world's second largest coffee producer, after Brazil. Each drop of coffee falling from the traditional fin filter is a meeting point between Eastern refinement and Western influence. A story of colonialism transformed into a tradition rich in local identity. From above, the country appears like a magnificent mosaic, with green rice paddies interwoven with golden fields stretching all the way to the horizon. Every year, this land produces up to 45 million tons of rice. In the north, rice climbs up steep terraced fields, defying gravity itself. In the south, in the Mekong Delta, land and water merge to create a scene as if painted by a master artist. This land is also home to a striking contrast. While the north has 4 distinct seasons, spring, summer, autumn, and winter, the south has only 2, rainy and dry. This climatic difference not only shapes the landscape, but also leaves its mark on architecture, with airy stilt houses in the south and sturdy stone houses in the north. Notably, the Vietnamese language has 6 tones, allowing the same word to be pronounced in 6 different ways. A single sound, with just a change in intonation, can take on a completely different meaning. Thus, Ma can mean mother when pronounced one way, and ghost when pronounced another. Every conversation is like a symphony in which tone plays the key role in ensuring the listener fully grasps the meaning. Cultural richness endures at the heart of this nation through 54 different ethnic communities. From misty mountain peaks to sun-drenched coastal plains, each community preserves its own treasures, from language and customs to traditional values. Speaking of tradition, each city along this S-shaped land tells its story through its distinctive markets. Hanoi recalls the centuries-old Dong Shun Market, where stalls wind along alleys that have existed for hundreds of years. Hoi An enchants visitors with its bustling fish market at dawn, while Sapa leaves a strong impression with its highland market, where Hmong women display intricate handmade crafts. In the early morning, these markets turn entire streets into kaleidoscopes bursting with color, rich aromas, and a chorus of sounds. Each stall is not just a place of trade, but a vivid story about the land it represents. In Vietnam, almost every family maintains an ancestral altar as a cherished tradition. On the altar, curling incense smoke drifts toward portraits of ancestors. Nearby, bowls of hot rice and plates of fresh fruit are arranged with reverence. 3 generations gather, kneeling to whisper prayers, maintaining the bond between past and present. Amid this harmony between tradition and daily life, cuisine emerges as a symphony of 5 flavors: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and spicy. Like a skilled artisan, each chef balances these nuances with finesse, creating dishes that are both refined and full of depth. From steaming hot pho and crispy banh mi to delicate spring rolls, each bite is a journey back through centuries of culinary tradition. This is Vietnam, not merely a destination, but a journey through time, touching every sense and stirring the deepest parts of the soul. Now, let's set foot in the most beautiful and iconic regions of this land. Located in the Gulf of Tonkin, Ha Long Bay boasts over 1,600 towering limestone islands rising from the sea. This magnificent maze, formed around 500 million years ago, opens up a world where time seems to have stood still. From the depths, sheer rock formations emerge, creating a jagged horizon that stretches into infinity. Hidden within these stone towers are ancient caves, holding secrets of long-forgotten civilizations. Inside, 1,000-year-old stalactites hang from the cave ceilings like living fossils, while floating fishing villages continue to preserve their traditions through generations. Amid emerald green waters, traditional sails glide quietly, carrying visitors through coastal gorges where light and shadow dance across sheer cliffs. At sunrise or sunset, when the sun pours golden light onto the water, the entire bay transforms into a giant mirror reflecting the sky. Not far away lies Lan Ha Bay, a more intimate perspective of this maritime paradise. Far from bustling tourist routes, this place belongs to nature. Sea pillars draped in tropical vegetation provide shelter for the rare golden-headed langur, while majestic sea eagles soar above the waters. And below, coral reefs and schools of tropical fish thrive in absolute tranquility. If there is one place where you can drift across blue seas while gazing at thousands of limestone islands rising like natural fortresses, it is the bay honored by UNESCO. Which bay of Vietnam do you think this is? Perched at 1,500 meters above sea level, Dalat emerges dreamlike through a veil of mist. French colonial-era buildings, with soft pastel facades and steep tiled roofs, quietly tell the story of a bygone imperial era. Amid this classical charm stands the Crazy House, a whimsical creation that seems to have stepped out of a dream, defying all traditional architectural norms. Hidden deep in the valleys, waterfalls cascade in white torrents, weaving through centuries-old pine forests. These forests have created a rare microclimate in the Southeast Asian region. On the hillsides, Arabica coffee plantations stretch under the sunlight, contributing to one of the finest coffee varieties in the continent. Scattered throughout the city, ancient Buddhist temples with gracefully curved roofs and gleaming golden decorations quietly preserve the spiritual flow through the centuries. The scent of incense drifts through the air, blending with the chanting of monks, creating an atmosphere of serenity and solemnity that envelops the surroundings. When night falls, the vibrant night market comes alive along the central streets. The calls of vendors, the aroma of street food, and the displays of traditional handicrafts entice both locals and visitors, offering an invitation to experience the true flavors of Vietnam. Nestled between the Marble Mountains and the East Sea, Da Nang tells a story of striking contrasts. When night falls, the bridges spanning the Han River transform into ribbons of light, gracefully winding across the water like serpents. The Dragon Bridge captures attention with its spectacular fire-breathing display every weekend, while the Han River Bridge dazzles in shimmering colors, its reflection glittering on the water below. The Marble Mountains consist of 5 peaks rising from the coastal plain, each hiding temples and pagodas carved directly into the rock. Inside the natural caves, incense smoke swirls upward, mingling with rays of light filtering through the rock crevices, where Buddhist monks pray in silence. During wartime, this network of caves and tunnels once served as shelter and field hospitals. To the north of Da Nang, the Son Tra Peninsula stretches into the sea like a green outpost, one of Vietnam's last remaining rainforests. Covering 30 square kilometers, it preserves a pristine ecosystem where time seems to slow, flowing in the rhythm of the ancestors. In the dense foliage, the red-shanked duke, found only in this region, moves deftly from branch to branch. With only about 60 individuals left in the reserve, each sunrise could be humanity's last chance to witness them. Not far away, Nha-Ke Beach stretches for over 30 kilometers, famous for its waves that attract surfers from around the world. These very waves once witnessed the landing of the first Marines in 1965. The Mekong Delta is where the Mekong River concludes its 400 to 500 kilometer journey, splitting into 9 branches affectionately called 9 Dragons by the locals. This land is a watery maze, where river and earth intertwine to create a fertile ecosystem that sustains about 17 million inhabitants. Before the sun has even risen, the Kai Rang floating market bursts into life. Hundreds of boats crowd the water, joining in a dance of trade that has endured for generations. On each boat, a tall pole rises, displaying produce like golden pineapples, fresh green cabbages, or round pumpkins, vibrant signboards of a river-based commerce that has thrived for thousands of years. Located in northern Vietnam, Hanoi holds the imprints of centuries of history along every ancient street. The Old Quarter is divided into 36 streets, each historically tied to a traditional craft. Here, artisans still diligently carve wood, forge metal, or craft jewelry, carrying forward the skills passed down from their ancestors. Yao. Amid the maze of narrow alleys, a train passes twice a day, gliding just inches from houses and shops, prompting residents to quickly pull in chairs and clear away goods at the sound of its horn. At the city's heart, the emerald waters of Hoan Kiem Lake reflect the quiet Turtle Tower, a witness to countless changes. At the Temple of Literature, students gently place their hands on the heads of stone turtles, sending wishes for luck in their upcoming exams. Hanoi never truly sleeps, skillfully blending its serene, time-worn charm with the lively pulse of modern life on every corner. On the streets, the fragrant steam of pho rises from large simmering pots, wafting over low blue plastic stools where locals eat and chat animatedly. The French Quarter wears an air of elegance, with colonial buildings transformed into modern cafes and restaurants. When dusk falls, thousands of motorbikes crowd the streets, their headlights glowing, merging the old soul and the modern rhythm into a seamless dance on every corner. Hoi An, the ancient port city of Vietnam, is where lanterns can be found in every corner. By day, skilled hands weave bamboo and wrap it in colorful silk, creating spherical lanterns or other shapes to hang in front of shops. Thousands of these lanterns rest quietly under the curved roofs of merchant houses, waiting for the moment when dusk falls. When the sun sets, Hoi An transforms. Lanterns gradually glow in red, yellow, blue, and green, illuminating cobblestone streets and reflecting on the still waters of the Thu Bon River. The shimmering lights also cast their glow on ancient walls and drape the historic Japanese bridge in a magical aura. The night market bursts with life under the lantern light, where vendors arrange their goods and the aroma of street food fills the air. On the river, small boats carry visitors to release paper lanterns, a tradition preserved for centuries. Hoi An is not just a town, it is a festival of light that takes place every night. Hue, the last imperial capital of Vietnam, gently awakens behind the imposing walls of its citadel. The Perfume River winds like a soft ribbon, dividing the space into two worlds, one of modern life, the other echoing the past of emperors and concubines, lingering in the muted purple hues of temples and pagodas. Within the citadel, 13 Nguyen emperors ruled the nation over 143 years. Dragons guard the palace rooftops with majesty, while graceful phoenixes watch over the royal courtyard, a place once reserved only for kings. Beyond the imperial city, tombs emerge amid dense green forests like miniature cities hidden in nature. Tu Duc's tomb sprawls across an immense complex, comparable in size to a modern city. Not far away, Thien Mu Pagoda rises with its 7-tiered Phuc Duyen Tower, each tier symbolizing a reincarnation. The Perfume River flows quietly like a mysterious serpent, carrying with it the silent secrets of a dynasty long past. Located 185 kilometers from the mainland, the Con Dao archipelago consists of 16 islands rising from the deep blue waters of the East Sea. This place carries two contrasting faces, paradise and hell intertwined. Con Dao was once the most notorious prison in Indochina, built by the French in 1862 and later used by the USA military and the South Vietnamese government. Within its grim walls, more than 20,000 prisoners were held, many of them independence activists or dissenting voices. On the cell walls, graffiti drawn by prisoners still quietly tells stories of pain and defiance. The tiger cages, cramped cells with brutal living conditions, still stand today as stark evidence of the cruelty of the prison regime. Yet beyond its dark past, Con Dao is also a paradise of unspoiled nature. On its white sand beaches, sea turtles return to lay their eggs, in the very place where so many prisoners once dreamed of freedom. tropical rainforest covers 85% of the archipelago, home to the dugong, the last remaining sea mammal of its kind in Vietnam, grazing leisurely on seagrass beneath the waves. Above, long-tailed macaques swing swiftly through the branches of centuries-old trees, reviving the primal heartbeat of the island. Lying off the coast of Cambodia, Quoc rises from the deep blue waters of the Gulf of Thailand. More than half of the island's area is protected within the boundaries of a national park, where vast stretches of pristine rainforest shelter 164 rare plant species and cool streams that originate from ancient rock formations. Stretching nearly 8 kilometers over the sea, a cable car connects the main island to 3 smaller islets, offering a breathtaking experience. Glass cabins suspended about 100 meters above the water reveal panoramic views of the archipelago drifting like jewels across the shimmering turquoise surface. In the heart of Duongdong town, Dingko Temple stands on a rocky outcrop reaching into the sea, dedicated to the sea goddess, a place where fishermen entrust their prayers for protection and safe voyages. While the town is rapidly developing with luxury resorts and modern shopping centers, its traditions remain alive in the bustling night market, where fishermen sell freshly caught seafood from the day's harvest. Here, the gentle sweetness of tropical fruits mingles with the salty sea breeze. In northern Vietnam, the terraced rice fields of Mu Cang Chai rise layer upon layer along the mountain slopes, like stairways leading to heaven. The Hmong people, a community that has lived on this land for centuries, have skillfully transformed the steep hillsides into vibrant masterpieces of living art, changing colors with each season. In May, the water-filled paddies reflect the clear blue sky like thousands of giant mirrors. In June, the entire valley glows with the fresh green of young rice plants. By September, a golden hue blankets the mountainsides as the harvest season approaches. Clouds play with the mountains, casting shadows over the terraced fields that spread across more than 200 hectares. Farmers here still diligently cultivate these vertical fields using techniques passed down through generations. Life in this land follows the rhythm of sun and rain, as the Hmong look up to the sky to forecast the seasons. Where the wind has sculpted red sand dunes, forming a miniature desert facing the East Sea, in stark contrast to Vietnam's tropical climate. The dunes shift like waves, creating a tiny Sahara stretching toward the East Sea. Before sunrise, the fishing village is already bustling, with hundreds of round bamboo boats coated in resin scattered along the shore. The red cliffs here preserve nearly 2 million years of geological history in their colorful layers. Wind and rain have carved small canyons, while underground streams nourish green oases where coconut palms cast their reflections. We have only traveled part of the journey, with countless fascinating stories still ahead. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue exploring together in the next chapters. From afar, the limestone mountains of Ninh rise above golden seas of rice, like natural fortresses guarding the delta. Once Vietnam's ancient capital, this land tells a story where earth and water meet, creating a landscape both majestic and poetic. At Tam Quoc, the river winds gently between cliffs that seem to touch the clouds. Boatmen leisurely row with their feet, a unique technique passed down through generations. The gentle splash of oars blends with the calls of waterbirds echoing from deep caves. Bichdong Pagoda hides among 3 tiers of mountains, each opening to silent caves where Buddhist monks have meditated for centuries. And in Trang An, the river weaves through 31 valleys and 48 caves, with some rock arches so low that visitors must lie flat in the boat, gliding silently through as if entering a hidden world of stone and water. Located in central Vietnam, Phong Nha-Ke Bang is a masterpiece boasting the largest cave system in the world. Hidden deep within limestone mountains, its network of underground tunnels stretches 126 kilometers, carrying silent rivers through eternal darkness. Among them, Sundong Cave is so immense it could swallow a New York skyscraper. Gigantic vaults open to colossal sinkholes where entire jungles thrive underground, creating an extraordinary ecosystem that defies the laws of nature. The flow of subterranean rivers has carved vast chambers resembling ancient cathedrals. In the stillness of the depths, new caves continue to form, while explorers keep discovering passages never before touched by humans. Each expedition reveals new secrets of this magnificent three-dimensional labyrinth. Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh City, rises proudly with glass towers mirrored against the southern sky. In District 1, the Independence Palace still stands as a witness to history. The gate once rammed by tanks in 1975 now opens wide to welcome visitors from around the world. Not far away, Ben Thanh Market has been bustling since 1914, a vibrant maze of over 3,000 vendors selling goods from across the country. The city moves to the tireless rhythm of over 8 million residents and 7 million motorbikes, weaving between boulevards marked by French colonial architecture and modern skyscrapers. Outside the center, the Cu Chi tunnels stretch for 250 kilometers underground like a parallel world. Just 80 centimeters high, these passageways tell the story of a war fought in darkness. On 3 different levels, the tunnels once housed field hospitals, kitchens, weapons caches, and even a small theater where laughter and music echoed through the harshest years, sustaining the indomitable spirit of resistance. Amid the northern mountains of Vietnam, the hillsides of Sapa have been transformed by human hands into stairways reaching toward the sky. Stretching for hundreds of kilometers, these terraced fields are the result of centuries of tireless labor by the Hmong and Dao people. Water flows from the higher terraces down to the lower ones through a sophisticated irrigation system that originated about 2,000 years ago, nourishing the fertile rice-growing region. The fields curve along the natural contours of the mountains, forming a giant mosaic that changes color with each season. Above it all, Mount Fansipan, the roof of Indochina, at an elevation of 3,143 meters, quietly watches over this masterpiece shaped by both human and nature. Scattered across the highlands are Hmong villages, where women wear hand-dyed indigo garments and continue to cultivate the fields using techniques preserved through generations. Each family tends and guards its own green carpet, stretching along the mountainsides, connecting one to another until they merge into the cloud. Amid the overlapping mountain ranges of northern Vietnam, a valley unfolds like an ancient treasure chest, holding within it untouched beauty. Mai Chau appears like a living painting, where the white Thai community has lived in harmony with nature for more than 700 years. On lush green rice fields, stilt houses made of bamboo and wood rise in succession. Built about 2 meters above the ground, they avoid the floods of the monsoon season while using the space below for looms and poultry keeping. Inside, Thai women with skillful hands transform cotton threads and soft silk into vibrant patterns, telling stories of their homeland's mountains, forests, rivers, and streams. Water flows through an ancient network of canals, tirelessly nourishing the fields. As twilight falls, mist from the mountain peaks gently drifts down, cloaking the valley in a mystical veil. Amid the mist, the lights of stilt houses shimmer like fallen stars upon the earth. Khao Bang, a land where water and time have patiently carved stone wonders over thousands of years. Standing out amid the majestic scenery, Ban Giok Waterfall cascades from a height of 30 meters, painting shimmering rainbows in the mist. Water flows over limestone steps, forming crystal-clear natural pools where life flourishes. The Quoc River winds gently between mountain ranges, drawing a natural border with China. It meanders through fertile valleys, embracing lush green rice fields. Scattered across the valleys are villages of ethnic minorities, where life still flows according to ancient traditions. women sit patiently by simple looms, weaving fabric as enduring as their own lives, while men tend the fields in rhythm with the lunar calendar, continuing practices passed down for generations. And before continuing our journey, let's solve this intriguing question. The easternmost point of Vietnam's mainland, home to a lighthouse over 100 years old that greets the first rays of the day, lies in which province? Phu Yen, the land of yellow flowers on green grass, embraces unique landscapes patiently crafted by nature over millions of years. Most striking is Ganda Dia, a basalt masterpiece with thousands of tightly stacked hexagonal and pentagonal stones, like a giant beehive stretching into the sea. From the rocky site, following the coast leads to Mui Dien, the easternmost point of Vietnam's mainland, where the first rays of sunlight touch each day. A century-old lighthouse stands tall atop the cape, guiding ships and travelers. From here, the vast sea lies ahead, while behind are deep green mountain slopes, together forming a scene both grand and serene. Not far away, Vung Ro Bay opens like an ink painting, with turquoise waters embracing wind-shielding mountains. The bay once served as an important stop along the Ho Chi Minh Trail at sea, where unnumbered ships quietly docked, carrying weapons and supplies for the resistance. Amid the winding rivers of the Mekong Delta, Mang Thit village emerges like a massive workshop, where generations of artisans have tied their lives to the red clay of the riverbanks. From this humble material, they create sturdy bricks that have shaped the face of countless cities. Traditional kilns rise like watchtowers, releasing white smoke that mingles with the clouds. For more than 2 centuries, the skillful hands of the craftsmen have kept the same rhythm, scooping clay from the river, molding it, sun-drying, and then firing it in the kiln. This village seems to live and breathe with the heat of the kilns, which have never gone cold. Each month, more than 1 million bricks are produced, yet the pace remains as unhurried as in days gone by. Amid Vietnam's ancient forests, 70 temples lie hidden beneath deep green canopies, quietly telling the story of a lost kingdom, the Champa Kingdom. For more than a millennium, each stone here was carefully laid by the skilled hands of ancient artisans, creating a sacred complex in the heart of untamed nature. The darkened towers reach toward the sky, greeting the sunrise as it sweeps across intricate carvings that retell legends of gods and kings. The marvel lies in the fact that these structures were built without mortar. Each block fits perfectly, supporting the others through the centuries. The red bricks, fired using a mysterious technique still unsolved today, have withstood both time and harsh weather. Meanwhile, archaeologists and historians continue to study ancient inscriptions, hoping to unlock the secrets of the construction methods lost with the fall of the Champa kingdom. Amid the deep blue of the East Sea, Viet appears like a hidden gem among the mountains of Nui Chua National Park, where the sea gently kisses the cliffs. Beneath the clear waters, vibrant coral reefs stretch out, serving as homes for thousands of tropical fish gliding along the warm ocean currents. Local fishermen calmly cast their nets from hand-woven bamboo basket boats, preserving fishing techniques passed down through generations. Throughout the bay, massive rocks rise majestically, sculpted by wind and waves over millennia, like natural statues narrating the story of time. Life here flows peacefully as it has for centuries, following the rhythm of tides and seasons, an ancient pace that both the sea and humans have preserved together. Located at the northernmost point of Vietnam, where mountain peaks reach the sky, Ha Giang unfolds before visitors like a grand and mysterious painting. The winding roads snake through mountains, crossing clouds drifting lazily, while the Nha-Ke River threads between cliffs, creating deep, narrow gorges. On the high mountain slopes, the Hmong and Dao people patiently plant buckwheat, covering the hills with colorful floral carpets that change with the seasons. Women in the villages wear hand-woven brocade dresses, dyed with indigo from plants grown in the valleys. In the villages, rammed earth houses stand firmly to shelter residents from the bone-chilling cold of winter. Each highland market is an occasion for villagers to gather, with many walking for hours through forests and mountains just to exchange goods. Here, time still flows slowly, in tune with the sowing and harvesting seasons and the distant sound of flutes echoing through the mountains. In the sun-scorched land of the Chum people, where dry coastlines meet the blue waves, Phan Rang stretches across scorching sand dunes and lush vineyards, the only region in Vietnam where grapes thrive under the blazing sun. At sunrise, fleets of fishermen head out to sea, casting nets with techniques passed down through centuries. Along the coast, endless white salt fields sparkle under the sun. Salt harvesters diligently work from early morning, following the strict rhythm of the tides. In the fishing villages, modest palm-thatched houses offer shade, sheltering residents from the intense coastal sun. Amid the modern pace of life, the Chum people here still preserve their cultural soul through gentle ritual dances and ancient songs. Closing this visual journey across the S-shaped land, we have traveled together from bustling regions full of life, through majestic natural wonders, to cultural heritages. Not only have we admired the scenery, but we have also touched the stories, traditions, and unique features that form the soul of each region in Vietnam. We hope that the footage and stories have not only enriched your knowledge, but also awakened the desire to one day step foot, breathe, and experience the diverse beauty of this historically rich country yourself. We sincerely thank you for accompanying us throughout this journey. If you enjoyed this trip, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that we can continue exploring new lands together, unlocking more memorable stories and experiences.